Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Draws here with another Pokemon drawing tutorial. And for this video guys, we're gonna be drawing Azurill. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how it ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw it, then let's get started. I'm also gonna put up a reference right now on screen, that way it's easier for you guys to draw, and at the same time you guys get all your details. Just keep in mind guys that we are gonna start by doing a sketch, and then from there on you guys are gonna do your final drawing, so remember to do your line slide. Alright, just like my other tutorials, we're gonna start off by doing a circle. This is basically gonna be the size of Azurill, and just try to get it as perfect as you can. Once we have that, we're gonna split it in half both ways. This is just gonna help us do the rest of the details. Alright, so now for one of the ears guys, is roughly around half of the size of the circle. So here I'm using a spare piece of paper to help me measure the length and make sure that they're similar in size, although the one on the right should be a little bit smaller. And now for the actual tail guys, it should be a little bit bigger than half of the circle, and then we could do the inside of the ears right there. Just try to get both of the ears like the same thickness, if that makes sense guys, like the outer ring. And once we have that, we could do the mouth right here. Just use those lines that we did across the circle to guide you guys. There we go. It's basically a upside down gumdrop shape. Once we have that, we're gonna do the eyes, which they are oval shapes. I erased part of the ear right there since it's covering where the eye should be. Once we have that, we're gonna do the little circles for the cheeks. And now we could work on the actual feet. So one of those things guys is just try to make the feet the same size roughly and the same thickness, although if you guys look at the reference, the one on the right's a little bit bigger and longer. Alright, so once we have that, we could go ahead and erase some of those reference lines that we did earlier, some of those lines that are not supposed to be there. So you guys could either use the reference for that, or you guys could just look at my final sketch. So this is the time guys where you would make any changes necessary. If there's something in the drawing or in the sketch that you guys don't like, maybe the ears are shaped weird, or just something that doesn't look right, now's the time that's gonna be noticeable and the time to change that. Right here I'm just working on the tail, and as it gets closer to the actual body, it gets a lot thicker. If you guys look at the reference, once it gets to the tail, it's really thin. Mine, I didn't go as thin because I didn't think it was necessary, but that's one of those things that you guys could do. So there's different things that you could do from here on. Once you guys got your final outline guys, what I like doing just to have a cleaner outline at the end, I erase the whole drawing. Even though I'm erasing it, I can still see those lines. You guys can probably still see them on the video, and then I go over the lines, the sketch, and do my final outline, and it just comes out a little bit cleaner than just erasing the lines and doing it that way. So a lot of people do it differently. There's some people that use like a Sharpie or a pen or something like that, and then they just go over their outline, and then after it dries, you know, they erase the actual pencil. But I just like having a cleaner outline, and I think it looks a little bit better. So at the same time, that's when I make my changes on my drawing. But I did end up coloring it guys, like you guys see me doing here. I'm using my Prisma Premier color markers just to get the closest, I guess that's the closest blue to that I had for Azurill. And then yeah, so he's basically all blue. And then on the actual reference, that area and the tail right there is like a lot lighter. I decided just to use another like a baby blue for that. For the actual inner ears and for the inside of the mouth, I used like a red. That was the closest thing I had to that. And then for the actual tongue, I used like a pink. And once I did that guys, I outlined it in like Sharpie I guess, and then I just went over it with some color pencils just to give it a little bit more shading, a little bit more gradient, a little bit more texture. And then in the end I decided to use my gel pen just to go over on some of the areas where I thought there should be a highlight. One of the areas now that I'm looking at that I probably wouldn't have done with the gel pen was like on top of the mouth. I think it adds a little bit too much, so if I could go back, I'd probably remove that. But this is more of a drawing tutorial, guys, not a coloring tutorial. I'm still learning coloring wise, but I still think it came out okay. So hopefully I was able to help you guys out. Let me know in the comment section below how it ended up coming out, and I'll be happy to help. And you guys remember that you guys could always send in your drawings to be featured at the beginning of my tutorials. There's a link in the description to my email, and just let me know that you guys want your drawing featured, and I'll be happy to do so in a future tutorial. So just want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, guys, and subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Draws out.